Giddy up and Kanye. All right, welcome to part 2 of stretching for this week's physical challenge. All right, so stretching is a very important thing to do for your body. All right, every day when we wake up in the morning, we do this. We stretch, maybe without knowing it. But what it's doing, it's actually reawakening our body. Our bodies are supposed to move a lot. So when we stay sitting in a chair for some time, maybe our body loses flexibility because it's not used to being moved in the way it should. So what we want to practice today is flexibility by stretching. So I'm going to do a hurdle stretch. I'm just going to put my left leg out just like this, and I'm going to have my leg straight just like this. Knees not bent, toes up towards the sky. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean from my waist, not my shoulders, from my waist forward towards my foot. Again, stretching and flexibility takes time. So in order to get to that point where you can touch your toes, you want to start at your shin. So start at your shin, pull yourself down, feel that tension in the back of your leg a little bit. That tension is the stretch. If it gets to the point where it hurts, where it feels like something is like ripping, that's way too far. You shouldn't do it. So stretching is balancing that cusp, or that point where you feel the tension, you feel it getting tense and going like this, and then you lean. So whenever I lean into it, I lean in and it gets a little tense, and I lean back, it eases up, it loosens. So when you're stretching, just remember that you're in control. So if it starts hurting, just lean back, move around a little bit, and then do it again. And that's how you get better flexibility, and that's how you get better kicks. All right? So I'm going to touch my toes. Again, if you can't touch your toes, it's okay. Go for shin, go for ankle, and then go for foot if you can. Awesome. I've been doing that side for a little bit, so I'm going to switch to the other side. Again, my foot is just positioned right next to my leg. My toes are pointed up. I'm bending at the waist. I'm doing a nice little bob, so I feel it get tense, and then it loosens. I feel it get tense, and then it loosens. All right? Going for my shin. That's easy. I could do that. So I'm going to go to my ankle. Can I do that and keep my posture right? Yeah. Now I'm going to go to my foot. Good job. Another important thing about stretching is if you're stretching and you're flexing and you're staying still, that's actually creating more tension on your body. You could actually pull a muscle that way. So what's important is when you're stretching, you're moving a little bit, but then also breathing. Breathing is a very important thing. When you breathe, your muscles move, and those muscles then stretch too. So make sure when you stretch, remember to breathe. All right, now we're gonna do butterfly stretch. So put my feet together just like this. Good. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab both my feet and I'm gonna pull them in. What happens is my knees wanna come up like this, all right? They wanna raise up. But in order to feel that stretch, I wanna push them down. And I feel it right here, all right? Again, should my back be hunched like this? Nope. I want to be able to kick high, so I want to sit on my bottom, not the top of it, and I want to straighten my back. Now when I straighten my back actually gets tight a little bit, and it doesn't feel so great. It's a stretch of its own. So when I do this, I kind of straighten my back, push my legs down, and then I release it for a second, roll out my shoulders, and then I pull myself back up to a straight back. Good. Remember to breathe. Very good. All right, everybody. Now, I'm gonna do a baseball diamond stretch. So I'm gonna let my feet come out a little bit more. So same position as the butterfly. I'm just gonna push out like that. Now, a lot of times when people do this stretch, they want to just put their head to their toes. And it's pretty cool that you can put your toes in your nose if you want to do that, but you're not getting the same stretch. because what they're doing is they're just leaning forward, which is very lazy, and it's not stretching a lot. But then they're also putting their head down, which is just curling into a ball. I could do that just like this. All right? What you want to do is you want to bend at the waist. All right? So when you're doing this, you're putting your arms underneath to hold you, and you're straightening your back and pulling yourself in. So when I'm pulling, I'm bobbing back and forth, and I'm feeling it go stretch and get tense, and then I let go because it doesn't feel so great. So it stretches, and then I come back. Stretch. Good. Remember, the more you stretch and the more flexible you are, the easier things will be when you get older and it gets difficult to stretch. All right? So having good stretching habits when you're young then transfers into you older being a lot healthier. If you can't work out, it's okay. You can stretch though. You could take 5 minutes to do a stretch. All right? Good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my legs straight in front of me, just like this. When you're doing this, make sure your legs aren't doing that. All right? Make sure they're turned up and facing the sky, pulled back, not pointing. Good. My back is straight. A lot of people have trouble just doing this. See if you can keep your back straight. Instructor Alex is having a little bit of difficulty. Just doing this alone is a stretch. And if you just lean forward, feel that little bob, you feel the tension back here. Also feel it back here in my thighs. In the back of my thighs. A little bit. Good. So again, we want to build flexibility over time. So I'm going to start. See if I can do this just sitting here. If I could do that, can I touch my shins too? Yeah. Can I do that and touch my ankles? Go a little farther. Yeah, I can. Can I touch my feet? Oh, yeah, I can. It's harder for me to keep my back straight, and it wants to curve. But I pull and I try to fight that curve urge. Good. Let's count to 10. Hana, duo, set, net, tasa, yasa, yago, yadun, hop, yo. Good job, everybody. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be on my knees and I'm just going to twist my body back and forth, just like this. Good. This alone is stretching because when you go and get all the way to one side and go to the next, your body is twisting, and that twist is a stretch. Just like how in the morning when you stretch and do this, you're stretching your whole body. Even squeezing and pulling is a stretch of its own. It's waking your muscles up, telling them it's time to work, time to walk, time to pick things up. All right, good. So let's swing some more. Nice. And there's other sports out there that are really good for stretching. One of them is called yoga. Yoga is essentially an entire stretching session. All right, and you've done them. You've done them in one of our challenges. So now, I'm going to do a standing split. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to stand with my legs together, and I'm going to step out, and I'm going to see how low can I go while my back is straight. All right, again, to get lower might be a little difficult, but you're just going to have to work there. And you feel a little bit of tension. Can you keep your back straight? I feel a little bit of tension right here in my hip. Another thing to know about stretching is that each person is different. One stretch for you might be easy, but for another person it might be really hard. Does that mean that they don't know how to do it? No, it means their body's different. And for them it might be harder. So keep that in mind. People are all different shapes and sizes, and some stretches take a little bit more time to get into. So this one took me a while. So when I used to do this split, I used to just put my hands on the ground like this and hunch my back. But what I'm doing is I'm holding all my weight and I'm not stretching anything. So I want you to try doing it like this. Keep your back straight, Bend at the waist. And look forward just like this. Now I feel that stretch so much more. And I'm using my body and my core to hold myself up. Good. Can you look to the left while your back is straight? So you're just twisting. Now I feel this nice stretch on this side. Good. Back to center. Very good. Now to the right. Good. Back to the center and up. Very good. All right. Let's do another one. We're going to put one foot down and our knee on the ground. You might have done this one before, but it's a good one. This is a hamstring stretch. So you're going to put your knee on the ground, and what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your hips like this. You're going to rotate them like that, and you're going to lean forward. So you're leaning forward and rotating your hips. You should feel right here, this tendon inside your leg should feel tight. You could even touch it. Maybe you could feel it. Can you feel it tight? If it's tight, you can maybe massage it. All right? Good. Look up if you can. Keep your back straight. Maybe that's a little tense for you, so back off a little bit. So instead of pushing so hard, back up, then go back into it. Good. I feel it. I'm going to back off. Good. I'm going to go back into it. Good. Bobbing into the stretch. That's what we call it. Bobbing. Awesome. Now let's push one more. And let's come back up. Good. Tension's off of this now. So now let's put our knee down and let's switch to the other side. So now my other side comes up. Now I'm going to lean. Feel that stretch. Good. Let's try bobbing. Ready? Bob and back. Good. Bob and back. Very good. Nice. All right, stand up. Now we're going to do an overhang. So we're just going to put our feet about shoulder width apart, and we're going to bend at the waist, and we're going to see if we can touch our toes. Again, while you're doing this, can you keep your back straight as much as you can? I feel it right here in the back of my calves. Can you keep your back straight? Again, you don't want to hunch. Don't hunch like that. That's a different stretch entirely, and we're going to do that one in a second. So, it's okay if you can't touch. Again, the stretch is not pushing and trying to do this. It's actually at the waist, and I feel it in the back of my legs. So think about it. We're trying to get your chest. You're pushing and pointing your chest to the ground. Push. See? Push. Just like that. Good. All right, everyone, and hunch. Let your body hang. Good. Now I want you to lean to one side. So you're going to be hanging here. What you're going to do is you're going to lean to one side, like how we were doing in the standing split. Now go back to the middle. Go to the other side. Nice. Back here. Good. Now let's have our hunched back turn to straight back. Back up. Good. And all the way up. Awesome job, everybody. Now, I'm going to do some arms. So let's do one of these. Make a T. Pull your arm. Very good. Good. If you want a little extra stretch, while you're pulling, see if this arm can push out that way. So you're pulling and pushing. You feel a nice tenseness, nice tense muscle right here. You can flex, and then you can let go. Flex, let go. Nice. Let's do the other side. Let's shake out our arms. 1, 2, 3. Nice. And let's do the other side. Come up T. Pull that arm at the elbow. Pull it close. And have this arm try to push away while this one pulls. So this one's pushing. This one's pulling. Nice. Good job. And now I'm going to do one of my favorite ones. Reach your arms up to the sky. Now again, it's really easy just to have your arms like this, and they're up. But I want you to put your arms all the way up, and then I want you to shrug your shoulders up and look up. Pretend like you're holding a ball above your head. Good, and now have your arms come down, all the way down, but your body stays the same. Then bring them all the way back up. Now freeze, only drop your arms. See how slow you can do it. Oh, I could do slower than that. Let's try again, slow. Keep looking up, keep looking up. Keep looking up, everybody. Good. All right, everybody. Shake it out, wiggle it out, wiggle it out. Good. Moving alone is a stretch too. All right? Every time we sleep, our body wants to repair itself. And by repairing itself, it tells each individual muscle all over your body to go to sleep. So if we don't move them, it's just going to stay asleep. And when it stays asleep, we lose flexibility, or we get knots in our back, which don't feel very good. So make sure you stretch every day if you can. All right? It could be just as easy as, oh man, I've been playing this video game too much. I'm going to stretch. Or I'm going to stretch. All right? Just doing this alone helps your body loads. All right? Remember, stretching is very good for improving your flexibility. It's also good for your kicks and kicking higher, but it's also good for your body because the body is meant to move. Good job, everybody. Chidi up and Kanye. Good job. See you on the next one.